Mary had a few swigs of hard liquor while waiting for the subway. When she opened her eyes, the station was completely deserted. A wave of panic washed over her. Just as she stood there frozen, she heard the sound of the last train pulling into the platform. Without a second thought, desperate to get out of there, she rushed onto the train. What she didn't notice was a shadowy figure slipping into the car behind her. Settling into her seat, Mary assumed she'd be home and in bed soon enough. But then the train jolted to an abrupt stop for no apparent reason. Stranger still, the doors didn't open. At first, Mary didn't think much of it. Probably just a mechanical issue. She went to ask the conductor what was going on, but after waiting for a while, there was no response from the driver's cabin. What she didn't know was that the driver was already dead. Suddenly, the lights in the car flickered and went out. Then she noticed a flashlight turn on in another car, and she could barely make out someone standing there. Mary instinctively called out, but the figure said nothing, just started walking toward her, slow and deliberate. Every instinct screamed at her to run, but she was so rattled that she tripped and fell. When the figure finally got close, Mary realized with horror that it was a co-worker, the same person who had followed her onto the train. This guy had been trying to make moves on her for a while. Sure enough, he pulled the emergency power switch, plunging them into darkness. Disgusted, Mary tried to get away, but he tackled her to the ground. Then, out of nowhere, some unseen force yanked him away. Moments later, he crawled back into view, his face covered in blood. Barely conscious, he gasped at her to run. Mary didn't need to be told twice. She scrambled to her feet and tore through car after car until she reached the driver's cabin. She pried the door open and ducked inside, but before she could catch her breath, a dark shadow flickered past the window.